Welcome back everyone, Mariah Monetize here, and in today's video we are going over all the news that's happening in the cryptocurrency space. Going to be going over the very interesting information that has just come out about Sam Bankman-Fried. We're going to be going over the price of Bitcoin, see how it's fluctuated over the last 24 hours since my previous video. So, Sam Bankman-Fried faces new US indictment over Chinese bribery charge. It is estimated that this bribery was for $40 million. Okay, so US prosecutors unveiled a new indictment against FTX crypto exchange founder SBF Tuesday, adding a bribery charge on top of the 12 other charges he already faces. So, basically, conspiracy and trying to evade US campaign financial laws. Sam Bankman-Fried was arrested last year but released on bond. Information that we basically already know. Very interesting information, just another thing added to the list so that he'll hopefully be put away forever. Because it's actually amazing. Like, if you have watched the Hulu special on the guy that ran the Fire Festival, his name, can't think of it right now, but it's like, this guy literally got out of jail. He started running more scams. Like, right after he got in trouble for the Fire Festival, he started already scheming people, using the same email list to scheme people for other fraudulent events. So pretty crazy there. The Fear and Greed Index pulls back after hitting the greediest level since late 2021. So basically, the Fear and Greed Index is this gauge that changes every 24 hours. So readings above 50 indicate the market sentiment has moved in the greed stage, while those below 50 indicate fear. The index hadn't been as high as 68 since November of 2021, when Bitcoin reached an all-time high of $69,000. Although the gauge has declined since last week to 59, it remains in the greed zone, suggesting investor sentiment remains bullish. And you can kind of get an idea. This over here is November 2021. So throughout most of 2022, the index was stuck in the fear and extreme fear territories for good reason. Crypto prices collapsed during a wave of bad news and bankruptcies in the industry. The rebound to greed in 2023 came as crypto prices bounced despite a growing number of regulatory crackdowns and macroeconomic fears. Bitcoin was recently just shy of 27,000 after starting the year at around 16,500. Let's go and get into more news. Breaking: 5 major banks raided over 100 billion fraud in France. Interest rate expectations now show a 53% chance of a 25-point basis hike in May. On Friday, the probability of this hit 0%. However, futures are still seeing at least 3 rate cuts by December of 2023. Last week, the Fed said multiple times they do not expect to cut rates this year. Breaking: prosecutors raided several of France's biggest banks as part of an investigation into what authorities say is one of Europe's largest tax thefts. So the raid included, it was basically tax purposes. Vacant office space in the US is at its highest level, over 18.7%. No rent is being paid on 1/5 of all US office spaces. $46 billion of variable rate office debt will mature and need to be rolled this year. Get ready for a wave of defaults on commercial real estate loans. I believe Deutsche Bank is one that people are talking about could potentially be in trouble. They have a lot of commercial real estate on their balance sheet, so that could be one of the things that takes them down. The rich should pay their fair share. Per latest IRS report, the top 1% of US taxpayers paid 48%. The top 10% paid 72% of total income taxes. Bottom 40% of US income tax filers paid no net income tax at all. People are spending 50% of their disposable income on their mortgages. The recommended percent spent on shelter is no more than 30% of your disposable income. 90% of Ethereum now is self-custody. A supply on exchanges hits the lowest levels since 2015. Investment giant Fidelity has announced plans to hire for its crypto and token research team with the ambition of managing 4.5 trillion in assets. That is massive, super big. A federal judge has blocked the proposed $1.3 billion of bankrupt Voyager Digital Ltd to cryptocurrency exchange Binance. So, Binance is getting hit pretty hard. It's looking like Binance is going to pay a lot in fees. They're either going to settle. The case is looking like it could actually be put in front of a jury, which is kind of a coin toss, which is pretty interesting. Let's see, First Citizens agrees to buy Silicon Valley Bank for $500 million. Just 1 year ago, SVB was worth nearly $40 billion and operated as the 14th largest bank in the US. 1 month ago, First Citizens was half the size of SVB. It's insane just how quickly it collapsed. And if you missed my video yesterday, I went over MicroStrategy, basically paying off their Silvergate loan at a 22% discount. And now they're holding 138,955 BTC. Now let's go ahead and check out the price of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is currently sitting at $27,341. Let's go ahead and take a look at the daily chart. Is looking okay here. We are still in an upwards posture. Bitcoin making a higher high. The 7-day chart is actually looking quite strong. This is a daily chart showing a bit more weakness. This red 2 has not started trading below the red 1. We're seeing a bit of a pullback here. I mean, I would anticipate even a pullback to $25,500. That could be a really nice entry point. Let's go ahead and take a look here at the 12-hour. 12-hour is looking weaker. I don't like how the 12-hour looks. I would not be chasing Bitcoin at this time. I would be interested in seeing a lot more clarity before doing so. This is the 4-hour chart here. I would like to see this green 2 trading above the green 1 as step number 1 for a bullish case scenario on the 4-hour, but I would still like to see Bitcoin get above the high of this candle, 28,255, before being interested in getting back in. Hourly chart looking a little bit better. We saw quite a bit of sideways trading for several hours, but Bitcoin has made a higher high on the hourly. So a little bit of mix, 50-50 here on short-term, long-term time frames, looking bearish and bullish. This right here is a 30-minute chart. 30-minute chart looks good. Anticipate a little bit of a pullback and maybe a little bit more room to the upside. This right here is a 15-minute looking good. We had obviously this strong little move here that took us from about 26.9 all the way up to about 27, almost 5. So a nice little jump there on Bitcoin. Let's take a look here at the 5-minute chart. 5-minute chart actually not looking too good. A little bit of a pullback here on the 5-minute chart. So I would be waiting, could be a nice opportunity to get in for then a little bit of room to the upside. Ethereum sitting at 1773. Ethereum is actually showing what appears to be a lot more strength compared to Bitcoin. Let's go ahead and go through Ethereum. Like I've said in many videos, Ethereum frequently leads the way when it comes to bullish action. So the daily charts the weekly charts look similar on Ethereum and Bitcoin, but I would say that Ethereum is looking stronger. I like that candle a lot better. Very similar daily charts. This is a 12-hour, also similar to Bitcoin, not really showing us much. This is a 4 hours. The 4 hours looking a lot better on Ethereum compared to Bitcoin. Let's take a look here at the hourly. Hourly looking good, similar to Bitcoin's hourly though. So 30-minute chart looking good as well. Let's take a look here. Bit of a pullback here on the 5-minute, but Ethereum looking strong. You can see Ethereum up 3.4% today compared to Bitcoin, which is up about 0.65%. We have gold sitting at 1973. Another green day for gold. We have Coinbase stock sitting at 63.04. Litecoin sitting at 88.55. Let's see here. We have Link sitting at 697. And let's see, DOT at 607. XTZ at 108. So green across the board. I mean, most coins here between 1 and 5%, but XRP is actually having a strong day. XRP is up to 52 cents. XRP up basically 10% on the day. Let's go ahead and take a look here at Tesla. Tesla didn't have a very strong day. About 50-50 mix with electric vehicle related stocks. We have half in the green, half in the red. Tesla sitting at 189.19. Let's go ahead and take a look here at SPY. Let's go ahead and zoom out to the daily chart on SPY. And like I said, I'm still anticipating quite a bit of correlation. So I don't like the daily chart on SPY. In my opinion, it's not really giving us too much information. I'm looking at it as still neutral at this point. Same thing with the 12-hour chart. 4-hour chart needs to make a higher high above the high of this candle right here, which is 402.49. This is the hourly chart on SPY. It looks like we want to see it make a higher high above this candle right here, which is 398.92. So I'm not super thrilled by any of these charts. The 15-minute is not looking all that great. Let's take a look at the 5. 5-minute actually is looking pretty good and has made a higher high. So I'm still anticipating correlation between traditional markets and the cryptocurrency space. I don't like the charts. I mean, I would say we are leaning bullish at this point, but I still do not like the charts. I'm not convinced enough to jump in at this moment. I would like a few more things to happen in order to get in for probably a short-term position. Let's go and take a look here at marijuana stocks. We have Tilray down at $2.50. Rough day for Tilray, down 4.21%. We're also split 50-50. So we're kind of seeing, you know, in most of these videos, it's usually like all green or all red, almost across the entire board in almost all stocks, but we are seeing a 50-50 split, half red and half green on the day. So this is a 5-minute chart on Tilray. As you can see, Tilray this is the daily chart right here, red 2 trading below red 1. A lot of weakness here on Tilray. This low over here came in at $2.28, and that was March 15th. So approximately 2 weeks ago. In my opinion, Tilray is still looking very weak, and I do think that it will break the low of March 15th here in the next month or two. So that's kind of what we're seeing across the board. Like I said, it kind of feels like the markets are indecisive. I would still like to see more clarity in one direction on the next and just more conviction in the charts before doing anything on the short term. So that is all that I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you would like to book a 30-minute call with me, I have a link down below. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. That's all that I have for you today. As always, go out there and create a portfolio that you love.